Yo! Video games.
You want to know something kind of like...
Level's awesome, holy shit.
Oh, this level sucks.
It looks great.
No.
No.
I hate this. Ugh, music's horrible. No, funny thing about that college.
Yeah.
And the Goyles there. I actually dated a stripper.
Wow! Really? Holy fuck.
Well, she became one.
Oh, this is the one, is this the one that you made become a stripper? Like Simmons made it. So this is a fucking story.
Kind of a stretch. That's kind of a stretch.
Because Wesker
like it's like there's an involved, like, okay, you could, it's like you could kind of argue I had like like part of what I did had an effect on it. I don't know. So
I'm
not really sure we should like bring this up.
The premise.
I mean,
of
I
this,
just brought it up, yes, but
the premise of this is that I've been told by Mike before in situations that Simmons made a stripper.
Yeah, I made a stripper. What the fuck have you done with your life?
I created a fucking stripper.
Yes.
Get on my level, son.
Get on it.
So I don't even know if we should know about this. Should we even fucking? I think you have to go into details now, like sweet.
No.
Intimate
I mean,
details.
I dated this girl at that college, and you know, just later in life became a stripper.
And who fucking found this shit out? Was it Wesker?
You want to know who found this shit
Who
out?
found this shit out?
My fucking brother.
Oh my god, no! Simmons' brother. Oh no. Simmons' brother. Simmons is one of the more peevy brothers. And he's a funny fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the more peevy dudes that I've ever met. Peevy by like perverted dudes.
He's peevy.
So it makes
He's
sense that
peevy.
he ran into a stripper. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that that's how that story happened. What the fuck are we talking about? I don't even know. Sanic! Fucking gotta go fast. Gotta go fast and make a stripper.
Gotta go fast and make a stripper.
Gotta move fast.
Hey, it's like one of my favorite fan arts is that one of like Peach in bed with Sonic, and Sonic's got like this like embarrassed, worried look on his face, and Peach is just arms crossed like humph, and she's like, "Well, you're certainly faster than Mario."
Oh Christ! Oh Jesus fuck!
You see any fan art?
Oh Jesus, that was close as balls. There was a moment where I was really fucking into Sonic. There was like a Sonic cartoon on TV.
There were many Sonic.
There was many. It was like the first one.
Many were not good.
Like around the same time Mega Man was on TV.
Okay, there were two that came out the same year. There was Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then there was just Sonic the Hedgehog.
I think it was just Sonic the Hedgehog. It was about eating chili dogs.
They all were.
Fuck, man, what the shit?
One was based off the Archie comics.
Yes, it was the Archie comics
one. And one was based off crack cocaine.
Whoa, I don't even know if I want to know.
Yes.
It was like some Yuji Naka like side story.
Okay, like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was one that played on weekdays. It was like really goofy, funny, you know?
Yeah, I remember
like
that.
basically they were trying to. I guess the idea was that, hey, let's make like a classic Looney Tunes
with Sonic
style thing with Sonic, but let's put like the absolute minimal effort into it. Let's be as lazy as we fucking can.
Yeah. That's why I probably remember it being a lot better than it ended up being. Like Voltron syndrome.
But there was the serious one, which was based off Archie comics, which was like really well done and had no right being as good as it was.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the voice acting was pretty good, and the storylines were pretty serious, and like the background art was fucking fantastic in it. Like really detailed and futuristic and shit, and it was really good. And that's the one I think that spawned the whole freedom from Sonic was that cartoon.
Why?
Cause it had like serious plot line, and like it had
oh, so it's taking itself very seriously.
Yeah, it had like
it was like Sonic like fighting crime or like battling drug addiction or some shit like that.
Well, he was battling Robotnik, who had literally taken over the world. It was really fucking dark, like for what it was. Like shit. I mean, we should fucking splice in the intro, or just watch the intro like on YouTube. You can just see from the intro that shit, this is fucking like dark and serious, but like I don't know, it was good, but like the point is
a giant bipedal blue running hedgehog really doesn't fit in that fucking environment.
Not really, but like again, I think the thing that got people all furried up was like the character Princess Sally, you know, and like, you know, her romance with Sonic. And
I thought that shit came from the game, like Sonic 06.
No, that was the human chick at least. Sally's like a squirrel.
Okay, I remember. Okay, so the squirrel had like no pants on, right?
Right.
Had, like,
yes.
a jacket. All right. I
like, well, later they gave her like a vest, which just made it look more awkward. She was like naked with boots.
Yeah.
And then they gave her a vest in like the last season, and like it just made it look more awkward.
So this is where like crazy Sonic fan art fandom actually came from?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, what the hell? People get attached to some weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was super attached to gargoyles. Oh, fuck, that's bad. I was super attached to like gargoyles back in the day, and I was on fire.
I knew it.
The only thing that gave me like
That was my first death.
weird like don't know what feel means type thing was when like Elise fucking kissed Goliath at the end of season at the end of season 2, and it was like, that's fucking weird. I don't even fucking know what to make of that as a kid.
Yeah. I need to go back and get rings. That was stupid there again.
Hilltop Zone 2, Sonic. You don't need points, you need fucking rings. That's what I like about Sonic games, is that you don't really fall to your death ever in these games. There's always like a bottom.
You can.
There's always kind of like a shit path.
A shit path.
There's like a shit path, and there's the awesome path. And the awesome path usually involves you floating like 100 feet in the air, and the shit path is like jumping over spikes on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's going with the music. Dynamic Sonic Sonic Battle Fuck.
Fucking matter, he's dead.
Yeah, I think I played Sonic 1, I played Sonic 2, and my love for the series kind of died out on 3. Like, I don't even remember if I bought 3, but I do remember owning and, like, touching the cartridge on top of the cartridge type thing, so I had it at some point. Maybe I borrowed it. But I didn't beat it. I actually didn't like the look of the game very much. And Sonic 3 is actually your fucking favorite, which we'll be playing later after this one.
Probably.
Man, because what I really want to do is, like, I've been wanting to kind of do Sonic games for a while, just to go back and revisit and try them out again. I want to play Sonic 1. And Sonic 1 you fucking hate. Yeah. Sonic 1 is...
We can play it on Saturn and I'll do it, but I'm not going to play it otherwise.
I'll play the legit-ass old one. We'll play it on Virtual Console. I'll play it. It's going to be rough. I remember it being hard before. We have to enter the cheat code at the start.
Right.
We have to enter whatever the fucking cheat code it was. That's one of the only memories I have of fucking Sonic 1 on Genesis. What did I even... I'm trying to think what I played on Genesis like an assload. I played Super Street Fighter 2 a lot. I played the X-Men game, which was really fucking bad in retrospective, right?
Oh god, yes.
It was just cool because it was X-Men, and X-Men was the hottest shit in the world in the 90s.
We deluded ourselves into believing that X-Men game was good.
But, exactly, dude. There was no good X-Men game. Like, is there actually a good X-Men game by itself besides the Capcom stuff?
The arcade game?
The arcade game's not bad, yeah. Welcome to Die. Love it.
Master of Magnetism.
The only reason I like that game is because it was 6 players.
Hell yeah, dude.
Probably the best part.
Dude, did you ever fucking have like an arcade store with like 6 players?
Oh no, the Chuck E. Cheese in Santa Clarita used to.
Oh yeah?
One of the older ones that doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
Dude, I used to play that because my grandparents lived in San Diego, and there was a whole bunch of fucking like you know, kid zone areas, or I don't know what you'd call them, just mini golf places and shit. Mm-hmm. And there was a bunch down by where they lived, like more than one, and
San Diego's full of that shit. It's crazy on the way down there.
I do love San Diego. And they would take us there all the time. My grandparents were really cool. And God, I remember we would have these epic fucking things where like just playing with strangers, and we're all huddled around a 6-player machine, and like the 2 losers on the side got like you're like playing it like
where you have to like
sideways,
stick your fucking half your head.
Your head is at a 90-degree angle, like because watching the screen.
It's 6-player controls like wrapped around a regular CRT TV that isn't that fucking big. So you could all play, but player 1 and player 6 don't fucking see much.
Yeah.
And it's a little rough. The you know what also had a pretty interesting arcade was Jesus fuck, Tails getting dicked in the A right now.
Tail getting nailed.
At Knott's Berry Farm, they had a pretty decent arcade in like the Wild Westville, and I was rather impressed by it.
Really?
But they still had so fucking much.
You know, the last time I was at Knott's Berry Farm?
What was the new ride?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't remember the last time. Okay.
No, I know how old I was.
Were you like fucking young?
5.
Jesus Christ!
5 years old.
There's some pretty good rides. Knott's Berry
Last
Farm
time I was ever there
is almost worth the admission price now. It's pretty good. I'd go back. I played a fuckload of Marvel vs. Capcom 1 at that place when I didn't want to go on roller coasters because I didn't like them yet. And I just played Marvel 1.
You know, I know arcades are dead and all, but it's like, couldn't there be a place that has like you know, it was the equivalent of the classic Disneyland Star. What was the arcade called?
They're actually the Starcade.
Starcade.
They're rebuilding the Starcade, by the way.
You keep saying that.
No,
I
they
think
are.
that was a temporary thing for Wreck-It Ralph.
It's the second floor, which there hasn't been anything for in the past, like, fucking since Columbine.
Yeah.
Is actually being rebuilt. Like, the last time I was up there, I saw them, like, working
They're
on
rebuilding
shit.
into like a special.
They were saying, it said Starcade is coming back, but I would not be fucking...
They said
I would
it-
not
they
be
said it's
inclined to
coming
think...
back?
Yeah, it said Starcade is returning. Like, type of thing. I would not be doubtful if it's fuck gone. Like, fuck it all, it's never coming back.
All I'm saying is, like, I know arcades are dead and they're not coming back, really, but, like, couldn't someone have just, like, one really big Starcade arcade that had, like, every fucking game? You know, and maybe, you know, worked out a deal with, like, that one website or whatever, you know, you get all the arcade cabinet art printed.
Yeah.
Get everything looking really shiny and new.
That's kind of like my fucking goal with like machines that I'm randomly collecting and the stuff that I really like is to get a machine restored to the point of which it's completely playable, works works amazing, looks like it's brand new, and will be preserved.
But I'm just saying, couldn't you get someone somewhere to make like a big ass Starcade? And like, even if it was like the last arcade on Earth, it would be it. You know, it would have everything.
Pretty much disposable income. Like, you'd have to have some guy that just loves the fuck out of video games and has millions of dollars.
I don't know. It just feels to me like, you know, people make fucking 50s diners. You know, just because people want that classic 50s feel. And there's nothing about, you know, 50s diner food that you can't get anywhere else.
Straight up, if I had won the fucking lottery, like, you win like $200 million, something fucking ridiculous like that, I would invest in property. I would spend about maybe $1 million of it and actually open up an establishment that wasn't that had some sort of like game that you can play that wasn't a video game, like family related type game, like, you know, like all the places usually have, but it would be a serious place, and it would actually be decorated very 80s like. It'd be a cafe 80s, like, essentially, and it would be nothing but pretty much arcade games from pre-2003. You know, nothing really, because everything past 2003 got really fucking expensive, and they had like crazy disc drives and ridiculous ass, like,
I don't know.
Fucking
There
Sega
are some
processors.
good games, like Too Spicy, and
there's some, but they're all ridiculously fucking expensive for no reason.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I would get a lot of old games, restore them, put them in. Anybody who likes old video games can go enjoy the place. There'd be a competitive zone as well. There'd be a shooter zone. And what I would do is I wouldn't run the place myself, but I would hire people to run it and try to keep it going as long as possible. I would literally fucking do that, and then just make appearances and say hi. I would actually spend my fucking money on that. I'd actually like it to be more of a, like, kind of like a not fucking awful Dave & Buster's. Like,
you know what you're,
right?
It's funny because you know what you're describing?
Huh.
GameWorks Seattle.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Like, places like this do fucking exist.
GameWorks Seattle's great, but it could, there's like one or two key areas. If it improved, it would be like the greatest fucking arcade.
And there'd be like food menus just dedicated to like fucking video game references. Like Sonic's Chili Dogs.
Dude, I'm telling you,
like
man,
that.
what we should do is if we win the lottery, we should just like go to Seattle and like fucking buy the GameWorks there.
Yeah.
Fix up the things we want to fix up.
And just rename it YoVideogames.
We'll call it YoVideogames. That's
Yeah.
what it'll be. We'll keep the fucking bar and shit they got there and the restaurant.
Yeah.
And keep most of the shit operating, but like we'll gut the shitty games we don't like, we don't care about. We'll put in the good games we want, and then like greatly expand the fighting area.
YoVideogames, nostalgia and fun. Yeah, I would actually spend money on that. And to be honest, like, if my significant other Jessica had anything to say, she'd be totally fucking down for it too. She'd be like,
I
she'd think
can't
that'd
see.
be a
I
great
cannot
idea.
imagine your wife not wanting.
No, she's asked me if we've won, if those conversations, if we have won the lottery, would you want to open up an arcade? And I usually say no, because I wouldn't want to like have to manage an arcade like in this area. Like I'd actually make sure that the arcade was in a pretty good neighborhood.
Yeah,
know?
like basically, if we won the lottery and we're making an arcade, I think, you know, I wouldn't mind running an arcade, but we'd have to do it somewhere else.
Yes, it wouldn't be around like the Los Angeles basin.
Like I wouldn't do it around there. I wouldn't do it around a college.
No,
you know.
I would not want specifically the younger like demographic to be the only people that show up. And that's why I really like coin. What's it called? Insert coin. Insert coin in Vegas is kind of a good example of like a barcade, you know?
Yeah, a good barcade.
But that's kind of what I would like to do, but a barcade and diner.
Yeah,
with other things you can do as well. So anyway, I actually would exclude new games out of it too. Like,
you are banned.
Exclude like current generation and previous generation like consoles. Maybe PlayStation 1 stuff could be in there, but it's meant for the idea of the arcade. The theme is supposed to be nostalgia. It's supposed to be remember this stuff from back in the day, enjoy it. So, fuck man, I wish I had just a ridiculous amount of disposable income.
Don't we all?
Fucking Jesus. Like, and that's the funny thing is that I wouldn't. That's technically not even for myself. I would do it for other dudes like us that want that. Like, that's what I would want, is just to enjoy it with other people, because I'm not gonna fucking buy like an assload of arcade machines and just play them and be like, these are mine now. Fuck you. No one else gets to play my video games.
You'd be like Eric Cartman when he bought an amusement park.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I don't want anyone to go on the rides. Just sit there and in it alone.
Alone. Fuck you guys.
My arcade, nobody can come in.
It's my arcade. Yeah, it would definitely. It wouldn't be directly for me. I like the color scheme on this level, by the way. The purple and the orange.
The Spyro color.
Holy fuck, you're right. I did not make that connection. Hey man, at least it's not orange and blue.
Orange? What's wrong with orange and blue?
Orange and blue is everything. Like if you pay attention,
it's like the color like
it's the ultimate marketing colors. If you pay attention to like any movie poster or
yeah, it has orange and blue.
Orange and blue. It's the easiest.
Well, not Desire.
No, Desire.
Desire is red and yellow.
McDonald's colors. Yeah, it's McDonald's.
Desire and Want is red and yellow.
Yeah, and most fast food places are red and yellow. Yep. And it's true. I see
it has one of the two. It's like McDonald's, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, In-N-Out.
Yep, there's a lot, actually. There's a fuckload. And red and white is the next closest. And almost everything is fucking red and white. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken.